Abbas, do you think this whole thing about has been blown out of proportion, or are we reading too much into what Virat Kohli is saying?
I think certainly I agree with what you just said, Mikey. It's simple saying in English, making a mole out of a molehill.
Making a mountain out of
Making a mountain of a molehill. I think that is exactly what is happening. Because what Virat Kohli meant here is very simple. All he meant was, and he made a very generic statement. Generic statement that unfortunately, due to certain and so on and so forth factors, that the player are not able to express with the bat or the ball. I think taking that statement, I think it's again looking at a simple way. Knife is a double-edged knife. Either it can kill you or cut you. I think we need to take it in the right way. It's a general statement which is made. I think even Kohli respects Dhoni. He always addresses him as Dhoni Bhai. I think he doesn't really need to be so stupid or foolish and make a statement and be able to clench his relationship over there with. I think it's a general statement. I think it should be taken on a very, very easy way. There is nothing much to read or blow out of proportion. I think it's very simple. I think I've seen these fantastic qualities in Dhoni, in Kohli, even in Sachin. They've been successful. They've been talented. They've been good as well in terms of, like the शायरी I mentioned. झुकता वही है जिसमें जान होती है, अकड़ना मुर्दे की पहचान होती है. तो इनमें जान है, ईमान है और बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त खिलाड़ी हैं. And I think it's a simple thing. I think it should just let it be, not be blown out of proportion. Let it just be a mole, not a mountain of a hill.
We have experts in the studio discussing that. I'll put across a question to Abbas. Abbas, we were talking about Dhoni, and there was a lot of speculation that, Dhoni had said, if the selectors think that I'm not fit for the Indian team, as not fit as a captain, I will step aside most voluntarily.
Absolutely.
And there wouldn't be any problem with that. Do you think that's what he meant, or he was just frustrated about the number of losses which he has been facing in the past few months?
Absolutely not. I think considering Dhoni, MS Dhoni, he has been one fantastic cricket player who's always played for Team India. He's never looked at individual scores ever. He's always wanted the team to win. I think the best thing for the team captain will be the team wins, the captain wins. And of course, the leader is as good as the team. And very likewise mentioned by Sham, I think this complete truth and nothing but the truth in the statement that he made, that the day he feels that ODI is not able to lead the team, he will be off. And coming to Virat Kohli, in the previous interview when Dhoni announced his retirement as the team captain, Kohli answered the media saying that it's very difficult to us players who've seen a leader like Dhoni to get away with it. Same thing happened when Sachin, seeing him 5-6 years in the dressing room, and Sachin is not their figure like him, and also seeing Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the leader, decision making, all of that. It's a vacuum which cannot be filled. And he ably supported, looked up with respect, and spoke about him. Even when we go in previous records, just before coming, I happened to Google this saga and saw a couple of videos where Kohli and Dhoni, likewise, mutually, they've respected each other and spoke very highly of each other. And like Satish mentioned, or even Sham, I don't think Kohli is that immature or anyone who could make a statement like that. It's a generic statement. Let it be very general. I think there's nothing much to read into it, and there is great amount of mutual respect. There is no battle for the mantle, as Mahendra Singh Dhoni himself has passed on the mantle to an able captain in Virat Kohli.
Is that your question? You basically want to know what kind of contribution Ravi Shastri would make to the team?
Yeah, just okay.
Yes, thank you for your question.
Black mole.
Yes. Yes, do you have another question?
No, that's for this.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'll just put it across to the expert panel.
Shastri, I think he is quite dynamic, and he's seen cricket game very closely as a player himself, and also as a commentator, and being a part of cricket, eating, sleeping, drinking cricket like they call it. I think he's someone whose knowledge can't really be questioned, because he knows the game well, playing it, preaching it, practicing it. I think he's able to do it, and very commanding personality, someone probably the players would love to look at up to, and I think he's also did a great performance during the World Cup as the team director. Very unfortunate that with Australia we couldn't come through, but I think he's quite able, and I hand it over to the experts now.
Indian
fans and media are absolutely going crazy. Like Yuvraj Singh once said to me, when we win, they go crazy. When we lose, they go crazy. When Dhoni wins a match, Team India wins a match, there's celebration outside his house.
Absolutely.
When they lose, there are gunmen outside. It's quite crazy, But there's this one fantastic saying, when Kohli is able to hit sixers, when he's able to hit the 4 centuries, everyone says Kohli is the best, Kohli is this, Kohli is the next such and all of that. When again the same thing he doesn't, they blame Anushka Sharma. Poor Anushka Sharma. I think his personal life should be respected. You know, a
Yes.
game is a game, and I think none of us will be able to say how much a player like him loves the game, which he does. You know, we all know the fact that at his father's funeral, he was able to pyre the funeral and able to come, play the score and go back. And I think that credit goes, that speaks volume about his character, you know,
Yes.
family member. Socrates once said, statues are never laid in the honor of any critic. If you listen to a critic, then you have to be nothing, do nothing, say nothing. I think a Virat Kohli is not born to be nothing.
Yes.
I think when he's able to score and take the leap forward, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I think Indian fans and media should just take a chill pill and let the players play the game. Too much of anything is too bad, because they've been having back-to-back cricket series, World Cup, IPL. I think it's not that easy, you know. For us to sit out here in a nice AC hall, it's quite easy to say anything and make a statement. But
Yeah.
they are the ones who's going to play, being answerable to a billion people.
Absolutely.
So I think let them play the game.
Yes, well, thank you, Abbas. The one about Socrates was truly interesting. Critics, nobody makes statues for critics.